Namaskaram to the viewers of Nama Madhuram. In the in this session, we are going to see about music therapy from this section in Nalam Thana. We are going to converse with Mrs. Lakshmi Naveen, and she is going to ask her queries and share her experiences with us, and she's going to also discuss about Call to God Music Therapy for Evolution written by me. Let us proceed. Thanks, Lakshmi Naveen, for coming with us today.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm blessed to have you here and blessed to interact with you on music therapy today, ma'am. And first of all, when I saw the book A Call to God, Music Therapy for Evolution, these were the words which caught my attention, ma'am. Like I love music, and it is like one of those activities which helps my me time so elevating. And at the same time, I'm a person who would want to spiritually evolve in life. So these were the words which caught my eyes, and I made it a point to read it. And after reading it, I really wanted to interact with you and know more about music therapy and how we can evolve using music therapy, ma'am. So I'm blessed to interact with you today, ma'am.
Thank you, Lakshmi Naveen. I would like to introduce Lakshmi Naveen is learning music therapy, and as a part of her learning work, she has taken up to study the book written by me, A Call to God for Music Therapy for Evolution. This word evolution, it actually came in my mind only after I started writing the book. Because when I started writing, my only idea was like to share with the common people some basic things about music therapy they should know while going for therapy. Because most of them come with wrong expectations. One of the wrong expectation is to get overnight cure for some long-term diseases.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some people they do even leave medicines in an over enthusiastic way.
Correct.
So, I just wanted to make them mentally prepared for undergoing music therapy by knowing the basic facts about music therapy.
Correct.
So, that was my first aim while I started writing this book. I also included some crucial parts that I could add from my research. I didn't add everything because I thought research work will be much heavy to public who are reading.
Yes.
And mine was most like a clinical research where I did with organizations like De-Addiction Center, Tihar Jail and all. Some of the data I cannot share with everyone according to the research ethics.
Okay.
So I just only shared that which could be shared.
Okay, ma'am.
So you can proceed about whatever you want to ask about.
Ma'am, since the title tells mainly about music therapy for evolution, what aspect of music therapy is helping a person to evolve, ma'am? Or in other words, what is the science behind the working of music for a person to evolve, ma'am?
The evolution starts happening even when we are in the womb, mother's womb. Yes. So, if at all we have to use music therapeutically to evolve, right from the womb, when the child is listening to music, if the mother is listening to good music, we have put the child on evolution through music therapy.
Very true.
And our culture has always focused on this aspect, and we have got that beautiful hymns called Talat. And those mothers who listen to good verses, slokams and all when they are carrying, we always see that the child born is very, what do you say, they are very happy children.
Yes.
So it actually, the word evolution came to me because in my own experience when I was carrying my child, I used to, I had left music for some time because I was working with Indian Air Force and my work demanded a lot of time. And when I started carrying, I realized that I should sing and practice for some time, at least for my child. When I was carrying, I found that like this music is going to help my child. So I used to regularly sing and play Casio. And my child was a very happy child. When she was born, she used to be smiling and giggling. And somebody used to say it is gas and all, but somehow the nurses used to carry her every day and give her bath. And the other one who was near my next room, she said, "No, no, my child they take only after 2 3 days." So why? Then I called the nurse and asked, "Why are you taking my child every day?" So she said, "No, ma'am, she is very happy. She is giggling and she's smiling always. She laughs while we are bathing her. And so we all like, we take turns, we'll."
Ma'am, see that positive effect is already radiating to other people also.
Yes, and she used to be very friendly. In Air Force, we used to have party and people used to carry her around. She used to be very social and friendly. She was
Okay.
never like that crying child, afraid of something and all. So
Yes,
this one factor is there. This is evolution starts here. You have to be like happy first. That's the thing.
correct.
Okay. Second thing is I saw that behavior of, I was working in Air Force and in my section, people used to be little highly qualified and they used to be having ego problems, fight and all. So in the
Yes.
other section, the people were little lesser qualified and the generator used to always run. There I never used to get any problems. Here in this section, the electronic section, we used to always have some fight, misunderstandings and all. So what I did is, I just tried music therapy there. So my
Wow.
research started even when I was working. I used to select songs, only instrumentals, and keep playing. I know what I'm playing. I know what raga I'm playing, but they do not know.
Correct, correct.
So I selected a particular set. I verified with the thing, the ragas and all. It was only light music only from old movies, and I used to play that in the background regularly. That I could see that brought in lot of changes in these personal.
Wow. So nice to know about this.
So this even in house, if we play music in the morning, we will see that people in our house are getting into argument or kind of they 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 are in a good temper.
Correct.
Children also. And here with this, I started my research.
Okay.
So the evolution factor is very, very less in MR children, special children, you know that.
Yes.
So while I started working with special children in my second project itself, what I did was to observe. The first aim of ours was to control the tantrums and the behavioral problems the special children exhibit
Correct.
through music without giving drugs to them.
Okay.
So that one we got success in 1 month, and after seeing that success only, we announced in that institution that yes, music therapy is going on. Even before we didn't announce also because we knew that the parents will develop some wrong expectations towards us.
Because
So that
initially it would have been very challenging to bring those children to that mode of listening also. I think.
yes, because the first day I couldn't sit there with tanpura. Somebody was coming and pinching me. Somebody was pulling my tanpura. Then I went into electronic tanpura. All the devices safely kept on the top of a shelf. Then I started playing the recorded music,
Correct.
and started observing children. So the MR children environment is a different area altogether.
Yes.
And there was slowly we also discussed with the trustees or the members of the board and all. They suggested a lot of things, and that's how it all started.
Okay. So, Dr. Aruna, you were talking about how music therapy was very effective with regard to MR children. So, which are the other areas where you found it very effective in different health issues?
Mainly like depression, it is very good.
Okay.
Learning music is not very helpful in depression, but listening is very helpful. Only thing is you should know to select the music.
So that the emotion is addressed.
And then but for changing behavioral patterns. In drug de-addiction, what I was focusing is there is a therapeutic community model. So this model was the core of my research. I derived my HSD, holistic self-development model for music therapy, using this therapeutic community model, superimposing music therapy on it, and then evolving the new model.
Okay.
So this therapeutic community model is an internationally accepted therapeutic model for drug de-addiction.
Okay. Okay.
This is being used in drug de-addiction centers all over the world. So in therapeutic community model, the basic focus is on behavior modification.
Okay.
So there, when I implemented music therapy, I could see the behavior modification is very successful in music therapy.
Okay. So along with music therapy, they would also be doing some other activities also, right? In therapeutic community model. They are already doing some
Yes. This will be therapeutic community model has got a sequence of activities. In that we are implementing music therapy in between.
Okay.
So it is like I have developed my own methodology. So superimposing my methodology on their existing methodology. We are evolving the new methodology.
If I have understood it right, mostly when you used music therapy, maybe that feel good factor improved in them, or maybe their self-esteem levels improved. So the overall
it's not feel good factor only. First thing is they are confined in one area. So that confinement creates a lot of stress in them.
Okay.
They're not free to go out. You know, it's an underground therapy center because they will escape. So it is an underground therapy center and it's a total confinement. It's like a jail.
Okay.
So that will develop a lot of stress in them. So that music, first of all, that relieves that stress. When as a therapist we go from outside, we interact with them. That interaction and that music, both the things collectively help them to relax.
Okay.
First thing is. Then some of the ragas, I had actually followed that methodology to select the ragas and then select specific songs in that language which appeal to them.
Okay.
So now after when we move towards this step by step, I select the songs and then regularly it is played. You can see the behavior modification means, for example, in a given circumstance, a particular person responds to a given trigger, a situation. A situation is a trigger for them in a particular manner.
Okay.
So when it comes to psychological disorders, their behavior pattern is predictable. They respond in a particular way to a problem. Now they have to consciously modify their behavior to respond in a different way to the same situation. This is very challenging even for normal individuals. For us, it is very difficult for us to change our behavior in response to a trigger situation.
Correct.
Triggering situation.
That's why we see whenever we are not introspecting or when we are not having self-awareness, the same triggers, we respond the same way when we don't have that awareness.
Yes. In cases of, for example, I will tell you this, there are cases like narcissist behavior by a partner. In those circumstances, the narcissist behavior actually leads to substance abuse also.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The narcissist behavior in turn creates a particular behavioral response pattern in their partners also, living partners also.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So in that, the specific pattern is very predictable that they give some trigger to them.
Got it.
So most of the times, if you see the substance abuse patient will be having a narcissist parent.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Got it.
And they themselves also will be narcissists because when they evolve, they actually emulate their parents.
Correct.
People then it goes to bipolar disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the all not necessary that substance abuse people, all of them will become bipolar disorder. But bipolar disorder will lead to substance abuse, and substance abuse will lead to bipolar disorder. So there are a lot of psychological issues like this narcissism and this bipolar. All these things lead to substance abuse.
Okay.
So in these cases, what we can do is teach them behavior response. So for changing their behavior, this music is a very, very big motivation for them.
Correct.
That I observed, and I made a level 3, first level, second level, third level program. In that, only one group could go to the third level, where they can they do one kind of meditation called Swara Samyoga. That will help them evolve and become fully. They can go now. They will be out of addiction totally.
It will prevent relapsing of the addiction.
Yes.
Okay.
So only among the 3 groups, only one group we could push to that level. They also, because their cooperation level was better.
Got it. I also read in your book about Tirukkural, if I'm pronouncing it right. Tirukkural. So there, the root cause is first identified. So maybe in all your therapies, you go to the root cause to treat.
Yes.
That is how you do. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Even from this example.
That's why I told you in the HST methodology, the first thing we do is counseling. So you had if we remember, in every therapy, the first session is counseling.
Correct.
So we must know how to record the case, how to focus on the specific pattern of behavior. And so this counseling parts forms a very important part while we are starting therapy. Correct. So if you want to become a therapist, then you should develop counseling skills also.
Yes, ma'am. Now is the question for me. Like, what are the different skills or expertise needed to become an effective music therapist? Now you said counseling skills and basically good musical knowledge. So what are the other aspects that are to be present?
One is same. You should know fairly good knowledge about Indian classical music, film music, light music, everything. Your repertoire should be very broad. So that you can select for other people.
Correct. That is so challenging here.
Yes. So now when it comes to classical music, I'm a qualified musician myself, and my only aim to come into this therapy area is, I always believe if you do something, if I'm doing a PhD, whatever I do, it shouldn't be my own selfish pursuit only. It should give something to the society. I should be doing something to write a book, and the book is sleeping in the bookshelf.
Some use to mankind.
That's the kind of PhDs that are going on. I'm doing a PhD, I'm getting a PhD, and the book is there. It's me only. So even when I started, the only thing, my main aim was, if I'm doing something, at every step I should be contributing to the society.
Ma'am, this is something which should be very inspiring to all the musicians, ma'am. Not only in the field of music, in all areas.
Yes, not only for fame, not for self-improvement. So mine was a clinical research, and every research, there were patients who were getting benefited. by during the research only. So that's how my aim was there.
Correct.
In this particular thing, when I'm doing one thing is I myself developed my area of counseling. Because as an Air Force officer, I had to do 52 counselings in a year. Every week I had to counsel one of my personal. So by learning on my own learning and practical application, I learned to do counseling. Not by doing any degree.
Okay.
In my unit, I was one officer, and I had several hundred of men under me, and sometimes family counseling also we do. So it was like counseling was very important to make our life easier there, because we live in a closed environment where people don't get to interact with the outside world for a longer time, and the ladies are also confined to that particular campus only.
Correct.
So ours is a totally different environment. So there started my counseling experience, and I applied it here. And when music comes to music, I come from a music family where for 8 generations, it's a legacy.
Wow.
We have music scholars for 8 generations from Chennai, the Chittur family of music. So music was in my blood, and music I kept learning. I did my masters also. So the depth in music helped me. And I learned Carnatic, and then I went to Banaras. I learned Hindustani classical from Bade Ramdas Gharana, Pandit Narendra Kumar Jha. So all this knowledge that formed my repertoire. So that repertoire helped me, and I insist that every musician, by listening more, they should improve their collection. Because you are going to choose for the patient.
Correct.
They do not know what to listen.
Yeah.
They depend on you.
Correct.
So the wider your knowledge is, the better therapist you will become.
So wider knowledge about music, at the same time knowing more about the person.
And psychology. You have to learn books on psychology. So our counseling and psychology means, see what I'm telling, like basic things you should know. Psychology is a very vast subject, and a very vast subject, and the psychology for Western, it differs, for India it differs.
Because of cultural differences also.
Yes. Our style is different. The expectation towards the female is different. The expectation towards the male is different.
Yes.
Here. So here the relationship, breaking the relationship, and all those concepts are very coming up now only. The living together relationship, and all those aspects are coming new here.
Correct.
Same-sex parenting is very common in West. So their psychology will not apply to us. So we must, in India, if we are doing, it is very much mandatory to have knowledge of classical music, light music, and a wide variety of music, for that matter, folk, all other things, counseling, psychology, and some amount of interaction we should know to do with people, because that's how we carry forward our skill and spread the knowledge.
Correct. See, here I would like to recall the aspect that I read in the book about CMPD, right, ma'am? Customized music panorama data.
Yes.
So this speaks about the different aspects of musical interests of the person, something like this, ma'am. What are the areas of interest, genres of music they are interested?
Like here, what you have to take data from the patient. You need to play different music. It will take some 15-20 days to get the data from them. Regular 15-20 sessions to get the data from them, according to my experience, because I dealt with groups. When you take that, the panorama means, see how they respond to a particular raga. and then based on the response, if that raga is suiting for that particular application, then you have to select the language in which the response will become better.
Correct.
Because one thing I observed is the response is better if it is in mother tongue.
Something which they can relate to.
Relate, if they know the meaning.
Ha.
So this is you have to slowly build the data about what they like, what is the language, and the form of music. There are a lot of musical forms. Like the light music is a particular form of music.
Correct.
Only the 2-line tune will be there. It will be repeating.
Yes.
In classical music, we have the Pallavi, Anupallavi, Charanam, Kirtana form. We have also the learning forms, the Geetam. Some people think the Geetams are just nothing. They are learning thing only. We cannot use anywhere. But in my experience, the Geetams carry lot of emotional content. They can also be used.
Got it.
So we have used dance and music therapy combinations. We have used the Geetams. They are easy to do bhavam and all.
Okay, correct. And the simplicity of the Geetams itself is somewhat like soothing to the listener also. When compared to the...
the musical content is very simple to relate to.
Correct, correct. So maybe that is also one factor that would have...
Yes.
Ma'am, Dr. Aruna, are the effects of these music therapy sessions measurable or quantifiable in any of the health issues?
See, if we have to give results, we need to be objective. If we need to be objective only, if we are objective, then we will be able to quantify the results. How we quantify the results? It is there is no equipment to measure happiness or sad.
Correct.
It is only by feedback you have to take. So you need to maintain feedback from them. In India, a little bit of that hypocritic communication is prevalent. They will not feel nice. Still, they will say, "Okay, I feel nice" and all, and they won't communicate properly.
Okay.
And sometimes when I go and tell them, "See, write what you feel like." Ma'am, you yourself write. I will just tell. Now, how does that? How does that? I can write anything, even if they tell something bad.
Correct.
So this thing is there. So what I did is audio feedback. The proof should be correct. So even I used to tell them, you talk whatever you want to talk, grammatically wrong, whatever it is, you talk. Audio feedbacks. Based on the audio feedbacks, I used to make the paper feedbacks.
Okay.
And then 2 feedbacks we take. One is directly from them. 3 feedbacks in fact. One is directly from them. One from the coordinator in the organization. Somebody coordinates the session from the organization.
Okay.
They will be a psychologist or a holistic therapist or a doctor, whoever is sitting with us in the session and coordinating the session. And the third feedback is my own feedback by observing the patient. By observing them, you can take a lot of feedback.
You can make
whether they are sleeping, whether they are attentively listening, or whether they are asking next song, or they are asking us to repeat the song.
Okay. And them turning up to the sessions itself is one proof also.
Yes. Not only turning up. After coming to the session, you should be able to hold them back. In both de-addiction and Tihar Jail, we had 2 main problems. They'll come to the session. After 15 minutes of the session, they'll feel restless and say, I'll go just relax and come. Now, you have to be very careful in this.
This area must have been very challenging for you.
Yes. Yes. It was a big challenge for me, and I am actually thankful to Dr. Kanchan Kapoor, Dr. Bharat Bhushan of Muskan Foundation, New Delhi. Because in their organization only, the Service Samyoga got implemented for the first time in a public group.
Okay.
So there, Dr. Kanchan used to appreciate me that you are able to make them sit in the session for 1 hour. That is a big achievement.
Great, ma'am. Really, it's great.
They're not going out. I'm very
Oh,
happy that I'm just watching the sitting. That's a good thing.
oh, correct. Very true.
And
Yeah.
we had also got coordinators like psychologists in their section.
Mm-hmm.
We actually it was people should be in group and do this kind of projects. Then
Mm.
only you'll get feedback from different ends. The doctor's feedback
Huh. Huh.
also matters because
Correct.
they are evaluating the patient from time to time. They
Correct.
will give us a feedback that yes, the behavior pattern of this patient has changed.
Correct.
That feedback has to come back to me.
Correct. As you said, when different people of different professions are involved there, you'll get the genuine feedback.
Yes.
Because maybe the clients may not be able to tell properly what is happening or
Yes.
what difference they
See,
can see.
this is the feedback is the only method in music by which we can evaluate the response,
Correct.
evaluate the result.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we so far we haven't we don't have any device to measure how happy I am.
Correct. Maybe like in the BP level or in such things, maybe some difference can be made out in certain health issues.
No, I don't. I wouldn't say that if somebody is happy, the BP will come down. For somebody who's happy, the BP might also go up.
No, because of some reason, if their BP is low or high, using music therapy, is there any situation where their BP went back to normal? This is just an
No,
example
I
I'm
didn't.
trying to ask.
My area was study was not about the physiological parameters.
Okay. Behavioral.
I deferred from studying the physiological parameters because that study has already been done.
Okay.
Mine was focused on feedback and taking the feedback, improve the model,
Okay.
improve the methodology. My core concept was developing clinical methodology for implementing music therapy. See, the biggest challenge in India is our language, our musical choices, all things change every 250 kilometers.
Such a diversity is there.
Such a diversity is such a big challenge for a therapist. That if you are a therapist, you can if you know Telugu, you can practice only in Telugu area. If I am doing a therapist, I am a Tamil therapist, then I can do in Tamil area.
Correct.
How I survive? How I
Correct.
improve my experience?
Correct.
So this is one big challenge. So I wanted to make a generic methodology which everybody can follow. And moreover, when I was doing research, say I started in 2010 and I finished in 14. Now, in that, now it is 2021, 10 years before, there was absolutely no methodology. Now, people used to do in their own way. This ended up creating a lot of misunderstanding about music therapy. And moreover, when people we don't follow a methodology because therapy needs methodology.
One standard.
It cannot be clinically approved. So most of the music therapists used to go abroad and do it in their university, and the credit will go to that lab.
Correct.
We have to have our own methodology, which suits our Indian environment.
Correct.
So the HSC methodology is the generic methodology which can be implemented anywhere in India.
That is what is actually needed.
Yes.
Coming to Swara Samyokriya, in this, can you give a gist about it? Are the clients made to sing or Swara Samyog, when it is Samyog, are they made to compose anything, something like that?
No. See, I have also conducted sessions about composing music and how it can be therapeutic to write and compose music and all.
Okay.
But Swara Samyoga is not about composing. Swara Samyoga is the kind of discovery that I landed up when I was reading a lot for music and I was doing a spiritual tour to Puttaparthi. So you would have read my experience that happened at Puttaparthi, and it was after that I discovered a particular Kriya Yoga form that is based on music has gone into oblivion because, obviously, because of our own mentality of keeping secrets in every subject.
Correct.
When it comes to any therapeutic subject, for example, the Varma therapy is there in South. There's a lot of therapies, they actually suppress the facts and they keep it secret in a lineage. So what happens over a period of time? The knowledge will get divided in packets, and then it disappears at one point.
Correct.
So when I, by divine blessings, when I got this Swara Samyoga, it was, I would call it Mano Diksha from my Guru, spiritual Guru, Sri Satya Sai Baba. It was a Mano Diksha for me. But it triggered me to search more. I never related it to my research. I never ever thought this is somewhere related to my research.
Okay.
But at one point of time, I landed up with some data. That I found that there is lot of logical data behind what I'm doing.
So nice.
Then only I started implementing it in my research.
So it was like converging, both were converging.
Yes. Otherwise, I was using it for my own peace, my own meditation only. But at a point when I was reading many things, I found some data which actually I was surprised to see, oh God, this is something what I'm doing. This is something what I experienced.
Okay.
Then I started digging more, wrote the whole theory for it.
Okay.
So after finishing my research, it took me another 5 years to evolve the complete data which required for training people in this Swara Samyoga.
Correct.
If I have to train them, you see, first of all, if I have to administer it, I have to be logical. I need to have data for that. If I have to train them, then I need to have more data.
Correct. Ma'am, if someone wants to learn Swara Samyog Kriya, what are some of the knowledge set that is to be present in the learner?
Nothing, you need to have a good hearing, that's all.
Okay.
A sense of we are using tracks, the recorded tracks. It is then we are teaching them how to identify. They have to identify the movement of the music, and accordingly they do visualizations.
Okay.
And it's a set. It's a whole set I have developed, and there are 3 levels. Where one is very outward. From the outward, you go to the subtle and subtle and subtle.
Okay. Suppose I learn Swara Samyog Kriya from you, so I can use it for my own improvement, and at the same time, can I use it to others?
No. First, you have to. It's for the first level is for just cleansing you. So when you start a therapy, being a therapist. First thing you have to do is cleanse yourself. Make yourself very strong. Otherwise, when you enter into other person's realm, what will happen is you are trying to interfere with their karma.
Okay.
So it will affect you.
Okay.
So first you have to be physically and spiritually very strong. So the first level I only teach them self-cleansing.
Okay.
I was saying cleansing, and you do self-introspection and you do your own improvement. You are able to do your self-introspection, you are able to look into yourself and improve yourself so much that therapy is not very easy. A therapist can have empathy. You cannot have sympathy.
Correct.
Otherwise, you will attract their karma into your life.
Correct. That's what I remember reading about using the oxygen mask, what you mentioned in the book. So if there is a low pressure, we have to first wear the oxygen mask. That is what is being put in the flight. That is a very good analogy you have given, ma'am, in the book.
Thank you.
That's it. I had one thought running in my mind. Since the ragas have effect on the emotions, so if from the pregnancy stage itself, if the mothers are made to listen to music, then see, human beings are made up of they have all these three gunas: sattva, rajas, and tamas. So the sattva guna, if it has to be activated and sustained throughout life, so can this svara samyo kriya be implemented by or administered to pregnant women so that the child gets benefited?
Yeah.
Both
Swara
mother and
Samyoga
children
can
will
be.
get benefit.
Swara Samyoga has to, if it is done by pregnant women, we will have brilliant children in future. One is, all the brilliant children will have, see, you need to have sattva, raja, tamas, none, like rajas and tamas are not bad.
Correct.
Shiva is sattva.
Agree.
Brahma is rajas, tamas, and Vishnu is rajas. Sorry. Vishnu is sattva, Shiva is tamas, and Brahma is rajas.
Okay. Creation.
Okay. In the creation. So these three murtis, they are originating from Sadashiva. Sadashiva has got all the triguna in equal manner. So in my Swara Samyoga, the first level, I have taken lot of things from Adi Shankara's Soundarlahari. So all the three gunas are essential for our living.
Correct.
With only Sattva guna, you cannot survive.
Ma'am, why I asked this question was, sometimes we can see small children being so violent. Maybe the proper use of music can make them compassionate, empathetic children. That is what I was trying to ask you.
If the mother
all the desirable qualities
therapy and uses the music scientifically when the child is in womb, she need not listen music for the whole time.
Correct.
But she should listen it for even for half an hour or 1 hour a day. If she's exposed to good music, then good music means, I mean classical music. See, all the gunas, taste, 6 tastes are there.
Yes.
I have written about this in my book.
Sadrasas.
If these things are in balance only, we will be happy. Why Sadashiva is happy? Because it is in balance.
Correct. So we have to look into more of balancing.
All the qualities need to be there in the child. But the more it will be in balance, they will be happy. They will be good children.
Correct.
One cannot say this shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there. For bringing in the balance, the hormonal balance is required. So the Swara Samyoga in turn will promote hormonal balance. And that is how I designed that module. The module has been designed based on, I have taken inputs from the discourses about meditation given by Paramacharya. How energy is to be invoked, how the channel cleansed, and then how it is activated, how it is strengthened, how it is channelized in meditation. The total Ashtanga Yoga principle has been used in Swara Samyoga in combination with music. So it will be 100% helpful if a carrying mother will start doing this process while she is carrying. And I would be happy if somebody comes like that to administer it and see what is the outcome. Because when I was carrying, I didn't know this process. But I just used to sing whatever that made me happy. And I had a very happy child.
Correct.
So I want to see if this can make any difference.
Yeah. even when I was carrying, someone suggested me to listen to Sri Raga. And as you said, whatever songs I liked, I used to listen. But maybe Swara Samyo Kriya that you have designed will be more structured and systematically done.
Yes, yes,
So that
100%.
way it will
Because
be
I have
benefited.
focused on the chakras and balancing, as you said, balancing the gunas. This, the more we are balanced, the more we are going to be happy.
Correct, correct. Ma'am, reading your book, A Call of God, and interacting with you, it was like God's prasadam for me, because what all I was seeking for in life, very wonderful insights and inputs I have got through your book and interacting with you. I am so blessed to interact with you, and thank you so much for giving your valuable time.
Thank you.
I have no words to express my gratitude.
Thank you, Lakshmi Naveen. I wish you all the best to go ahead in your music therapy practice.
Thank
and hope we keep meeting again some other time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would want to. Yes, ma'am. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.
Yes, ma'am.